Hello everyone, it's a lovely day because we're going to be going over VINNIE Valentine's Special Edition. And if you're not using this, you're missing out because as cute as this card looks, it can be pretty dangerous too. So we're going to be giving you some tips, tricks, and a little bit of strategy too. So just to give you a little bit of a refresher here, we're going to be going and activating VINNIE Valentine at 7 stars. Now Vinny's going to be taking out his bow and shooting out 2 arrows, and when these hit the board, the 4 pieces that are touching are going to combine and turn into a heart. But unlike the regular version, these hearts are going to have 2 colors to them. Now when we combine these hearts with one of those matching colors, it's going to wipe out all those color pieces on the board, and don't worry, you get points for them too. But instead of just taking that one heart and combining it with 2 other pieces, I'm going to give you a couple of options so you can fall in love with this next time you play. Now this one might take a little bit of time to get down, and sometimes you just get lucky with it, but using one heart to combine and have the other one fall in place to go and activate that one. This is a win-win situation when you do have it, and man, it feels good to see those points on the board. The next one is probably my favorite, and that's when you have 2 hearts that are touching each other. In this situation, the different colors are yellow, green, and purple, and you can see when we combine them together, we're wiping out all 3 colors. Every now and then we get lucky and we have 2 hearts that are close to each other, but they're not quite touching, but they still share a common color, meaning that we can combine it with a single other color and then go and get 3 more colors wiped out. Now if you have 2 hearts that are matching colors, let's just say that they're both yellow and green for example, I'd say try to save one unless you have no other choices to use, because we could still use that other heart elsewhere later on in the game. I also want you to keep in mind ways to activate these without combining rows. So things like bombs and the arrows, using one of those to get one of these things hit is enough to go and clear out those colors. So put these in your bag of tricks, and I think you're going to be surprised next time you use this hamster. So when it comes to solo modes, I gotta tell you, I'm in love with Color Crush. And you may be thinking to yourself, why would you ever go in with Vinny in a Color Crush? Because pretty much the tiles are all gonna get erased anyways. But what I love about Vinny is having these hearts on the board means it's kind of like having a piece that can go both ways. I kind of see it as a wild card, and when I'm using it inside Color Crush, it just makes it seem so much easier. And when it comes to perks, I'm not going to joke around. I'm going Mini Cleo and Teleport every single time in Color Crush. It just seems like such a good combination. Given that this solo mode is a score rally, I'm not going to bother to use these perks until I absolutely have to. In this run, I could probably hold off on using the Mini Cleo, but I'm going to use it right here to make sure I can get those free points from those extra turns, so my booster is going to be ready to go on the final row. For using the transfer, I like to kind of save them to get 4 in a row, but if you see right here, I'm going to wipe out these purples, grab these 3 blues, and all these other 4 blues are going to drop right into place, so technically I'm still getting a free turn. The next solo event I like is going to be one of the perfect heists, and this one's going to be Plundered Pirates. And because we have those chests dropping down, this is where I'm going to go in with Mini Cleo and a hammer, just in case I need to whack something out of the way. Now this one, we'll drop the Mini Cleo right away to get this booster filled up. Now something I want you to keep in mind is if you do have a heart on the board and a new arrow lands right next to it, it's going to wipe out that old heart. But don't worry, it sounds like a bad thing, but what it's actually going to do is whatever the color of the arrow hits with, it's going to turn that heart to it and then wipe out that single color. Now where I would have loved to use that hammer underneath one of those chests and get my 3 stars out of it, it just seemed like the best bet to hit this arrow and collect the stars that way, get the booster, and go right back in. Now we've been over this before. You know I love Mutation Lab. I think it's the best thing that's happened in Match Masters in a very long time. But remember at the beginning of the video, I told you to use other pieces to try to activate this, like a bomb for example? Well, check this out right here, because in this mode, we can pick those capsules, and for example, it's a great time to pick the ones of horizontal rows explode and vertical rows explode. So we're going to take this horizontal row, make the bomb activate, and then have that blow up the heart, which will clear out the pieces on the board. Pretty cool, right? And in this mode, obviously I'm going Mini Cleo, but we're going to take the energy boost in with this one, just in case we need to get a couple extra stars and we can combine anything to get it. Now, I don't want you to think that VINNIE Valentine is only good for solo modes, because it wrecks in PvP too. In this run, we're going in Score Smash with 5 colors. I know, 5 colors with VINNIE Valentine, it sounds crazy, but it works out great. And our booster in this run is only going to cost 6 energy, but it gets even better. We're going to be launching out 4 arrows inside the game. In this mode, I went with Mini Cleo and Remove Cross, and you can see here, we got 4 of them out. I'm just going to throw this cross down and try to hit as many as I can and just start wiping the board clean. And yes, they only had a Diamond Tier 2 booster, but I don't care. They could have had any booster in the world, and they're not going to take me and Vinny down. So maybe you're sitting on a whole bunch of these boosters, you're not really familiar with them too much, but that's okay because over on the Match Masters Discord, we're able to help out. We're gonna walk you through a solo. Just go over there, join up and say, hey, I need help beating this. Vinnie Valentine SE is who I'm going in with, and we'll give you the rundown on what moves you should take. But I'm gonna have a link in the pinned comment if you haven't gone over there yet, so just click on that, it'll take you right over, easy peasy. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Let me know what you think of Vinnie Valentine SE, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next Match Masters video. Thanks for watching, and remember, I picked my butt.